Hello, everyone. Welcome to Recruiting with Ruth live show. Happy Haitian Day. Yesterday was a great day to Remembrance Day for my parents' country. So they're from Haiti. It was a great day to celebrate Haitian Day yesterday. So it was also Victoria Day at the same time as well. So hope you guys had a great weekend. And without further ado, let's get going. This is Haitian music. All right. All right. So hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great in Canada. It's Victoria. It was a Victoria Day. Vacation days off in Canada on Monday. And also it was Haitian Flag Day. So a lot of Haitians were very proud of this great achievement that, by the Haitian Flag Day. So we celebrated that yesterday. So hope you guys had a great day and you guys are ready to rock and roll. So without further ado, we'll get started. So hello everyone, hello Instagram, hello YouTube, hello Facebook, hello Twitter, and hello Twitch. Yeah. I'm working on LinkedIn now. Need to get an application or something to do a Facebook Live. So a happy birthday Malcolm X as well. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Is it? I didn't know that. Okay. So hello everyone and welcome to Recruiting with Ruth live show. So this show, if you're tuning in for the first time, we decided to start this show because of the COVID-19, and we wanted to help as many people as possible. Les écouteurs, s'il vous plaît. Les écouteurs. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Confinement at home. This means the entire family is here. So don't mind the non-scripted ways. Okay. So welcome. This particular show was created during the COVID-19, actually. All right, here we go. Because we wanted to help as many people as possible in regards to how to shift themselves from a financial perspective during the COVID-19 period. And as you guys may have seen, the only people that really made it during this period that are continuing to thrive are businesses that are in online businesses. Okay, online businesses were the only business that were able to survive this particular epidemic, and which is why I'm offering services and ideas and thoughts on how to prosper currently right now. If you have been laid off, one of my suggestions is to start on something online, a part-time business, whatever it is, investment, whatever, start it right away. Because throughout this particular epidemic, we were able to see that, you know what, you can only control one thing, and the only thing that you can control is you, your daily actions, your daily responsibilities, whatever creation that you choose to do during this period. That's the only thing that you have control over. So why not have that control over your financial, so that we don't have to go through a huge epidemic like we did right now. So many suicide took place, so many people in depression, so many challenges, because we're just not prepared and we're depending on other people to be able to provide, versus becoming creative and creating an enterprise or a company for yourself, right? So I first started off with some few videos on marketing. So if you're already in a particular business, I showed you a few ways to navigate your ways in terms of gathering more sales and marketing. Now, these particular videos is to show you how from 0 to literally 3 years or less, how to be financially free. Financially free meaning having that number that allows you to travel and do whatever around the world, right? Whatever you choose to, through your business, through your own business that you create online. All right. And what we've decided to do is even further is to help you to create a recruiting and staffing business in terms of how to be able to create an income for yourself and to be able to live anywhere around the world and to have more than enough money, minimum six-figure minimum within 6 months, literally, because that's how this business is. Who am I? I've done the recruiting and staffing. I've been in the recruiting and staffing world for the past 18 years. I've had my own business for the past 11 years. I was able to retire twice. First time was in my 30s. I was in, South Beach, getting bored out of my mind, went back to work. And the second time was in Bali. All right. So what retirement means, by the way, is to be able to live comfortably without having to work. That's what retirement means. Okay. However, in my industry, retired is a bad word because you don't want to retire, because the goal is that you want to be of value each and every single days of your life. As long as you're breathing, your goal should be to be of purpose to the world, to bring contribution, to share your skills and knowledge forward towards humanity to be a greater good in humanity. Right. So I'm back. I'm here. I'm providing you guys these services, and company usually pays me, God knows how many, a lot of money to be able to provide this information. So I'm providing this information to show you different ways to strategize during this period, and also hopefully help you to take the decision to want to take control of your life and to be able to start an online business. And the best one that I could help you with is recruitment, because that's what I have over 18 years of experience. And this is the one that allowed me to be financially free and to be able to retire myself, as well as my mom now. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So today I want to talk about pre-sale, how to pre-sale and how to stay focused. So how many of you knows what pre-sale is? What is pre-selling? Okay. All right. So pre-selling is selling a product before you even have the product, right? Pre-selling means getting paid up front. All right. But the correct definition on how to pre-selling means it's called customer financing. So it's to pre-sell your products or service before you buy or deliver it. Okay, that's what pre-selling means. Now, pre-selling is an opportunity for you to make money right away, to make money upfront, whether you have the products or service. So this is like a genius way to make money. This is a genius way to have a great business, because most people, what they do is that they incur all the costs and they wish and hope and pray that somebody's going to pay them for whatever that they've imagined and in their beautiful brain of them, versus testing the idea. Test the idea first by selling it. Sell it before you have it, right? So now people are interested, are paying money for it. So there is a market for it. Okay, now create the product. Why? So it's starting backward, but it's a very genius way to do business. Right? A lot of people do it from books. They have books, they pre-sell the books before they even have the actual product. But now let's stay very specific towards recruiting and staffing. How can you pre-sell in the recruiting and staffing world? And pre-selling is not something that you do just once. Pre-selling is it's a particular technique that, that I would advise to use throughout your entire marketing journey. Okay, because who would want to do that? Who would want to, like, if you have a product and service, there's two ways of doing things. You could create a great product, which takes you months, if not years, because you want to perfect it. You want everything to be perfect, and it's going to be a great product. And then later on, you go and say, okay, I have this great product, and you're trying to sell it to other people, right? And most of the people don't understand that it's literally not about you, right? And most people fall in love with their product instead of falling in love with their customers, right? You're not the one that's going to exchange a transaction. Even though you love your product, you're not the one that's going to pay for it. Other people have to like it. Right? So a lot of people work the other way around. They create a huge company. They do all this. They have all this imaginary thing in their brain. And don't get me wrong, it's great. But people may not buy into it. It may not be the season. It may not be many different reasons, right? So because of that, you've wasted years of creating something that no one is buying. Okay, that's the first choice. The second option is to find the market first, test the market, and let them know, guys, I have this particular product. Create a focus group or whatever, right? Create something and say, guys, this is my product. This is what I'm offering. Would you pay this amount for this? And people are saying yes, no, yes, no. And here you go. You already have your clients. Okay? And if you say, okay, all right. So if you're looking for this particular product or service, I could deliver it, in the next month or 2 weeks. Okay. But in order for you to be able to get your, package or service, you got to pay up front, even if you take half of the money up front. Okay. If they say yes, not only do you have the money to create a product, if you need money for that, but you already have a target audience. So you already have a market, and they're going to be the ones going to tell you whether they like it, how to switch your market, your products or service, if they like it, if they don't like it, if they want you. They're the one that's going to test and tell you how to, package your products and service. All right. So not many people do this, but this is something that's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Right. It's a great technique. I'm actually doing this right now with my book. I've got a book that's going to be a New York Times best-selling list. In order for me to be on New York Times best-selling list, you've got to sell over 10,000 books. Pre-sell. I'm pre-selling 10,000 books, but I'm actually aiming for 20,000. All right. So this is a guaranteed New York Times bestseller. Right. Why? Because, it's all about numbers. Right. So it's all about numbers. And in order for you to have the status, you need to be able to sell the amount of book. So what I've done, I've created a campaign that if when you purchase the book, you don't get the book yet, but you get many other different, products and services, including a trip to Bali. That's way over the price of $30, $29.97, which is the price of the book. Right. So by being able to do so, I'm able to pre-sell. You could do pre-selling for months, for years. Okay, that's what Gary Vee did to pre-sell, his book for the New York Times bestseller. So that's how Laurel and Jeremiah did, which she'll be a guest on my podcast show, to become a 5-time New York Times bestselling author. Right. So pre-selling is something that a lot of people have used for many, many years, and you could use that for many different industries. All right. Now let's be more specific when it comes to recruitment. How can you sell? How can you pre-sell in the recruitment and staffing industry? One of the ways is to create, and not many people know this because, again, a lot of people like to use things that have been used from generation to generation, but now it's a great place to be able to be more creative in the way that we do business, And one of the ways that I've seen work, and not many people use it, is to create an annual contract, an annual membership. When you're placing people within your company, instead of making it a one-time transaction, right? Create an annual membership and say something such as, you could have an example. I'm just thinking out loud. You could have 5 free hire for the year if you sign a 1-year to 5-year contract, right? And again, the way that you calculate it, it's definitely, you could be as creative as you want, right? So you could either do it, pre-sell for 1 year, so they pay up front. So if they pay up front, they save much more money than they would paying month to month or each and every single placement. So you have to give them a benefit benefit for being able to sign a contract a year in advance, right? But by being able to do so, what do? You cut off any other competition because they have their money in the skin. They have their money in the game. So they have things to lose because they've put their money out. By being as soon as a company or put the money out, that you're not working for nothing, and that you're also evaluating your time. You're saying, what, my time is worth this, right? Versus a lot of recruiting and staffing company work from a contingency perspective. And by working from a contingency perspective, for those that are not familiar with it, is you're exchanging your time, hoping and wishing that somebody will pay you at the end of your search. And that could take 6 months for you to get paid. Okay. So again, another way is to do, of course, retain. Retain is the same thing. You get paid up front for each placement that you make. But another way is to pre-sell. Pre-selling by offering a 1 year annual, 1 year contract, pre-sale, and it's exclusive. And based on that, by being able to provide them an annual membership, then they're able to save or benefits, and you come up with all the beautiful glory that you could provide them for them to be able to trust you and to be able to help to work with you in terms of making those placements. Okay, so the goal is to always pre-sell products or service. All right, so now we'll talk about how to stay focused, because a lot of people get into the recruiting and staffing industry and they really feel that they can do it all, and they feel that recruiting just means recruit people, find people, and then place them at a particular job. So each and any client that's going to allow them to give them an order, whether it's good or bad or God knows what, they will take it on. They will take it on, whether it's finance industry, whether it's insurance, whether it's healthcare. They're like, sure, whatever. But what happened when you do that is that you are no longer a specialist, right? And being a specialist, by being a specialist, you work less and you make more. All right. Let me give you guys an example. Doctors. There's two types of doctors. Well, there's many types of doctors, right? There's the general practitioner that we all go to, right? That can help you with various things, that sees many patients, right? And work longer hours. And then there's the heart surgeon. The heart surgeon is very specialized, comes in, does his little cut, or much less hours, and gets paid 10 times more than a general practitioner. Okay, so what's the difference between the two? One of them is a specialist and the other one is a generalist. Okay, so in the recruiting and staffing industry, it's very important to understand the power of being niche. Okay, why? Well, first of all, when you're niche, I'll give you guys an example. Let's say you specialize in VP of sales and you have a full database of just VP of sales, right? When another company comes in and they want your service, knowing that you have a full database specifically on this particular types of people allows you to be, I guess, more proactive. That's number one. But it gives you an edge in front of your competitor, right? Because your competitor has to go and start searching and start recruiting and start, versus you're very niche. You're very focused, right? And honestly, the more focus, such as having one job title, is a gold mine. And that's like the multi-million-dollar secret in the recruiting and staffing industry. If you could have one specific niche, one industry, let's say finance, and then one job title, VP of sales, and your entire database is only those people, you first start within 3 regions, New York, Toronto, whatever, Montreal, and then you expand from that. And you could even go worldwide. As long as you have one job title, the world is your oyster. Okay? So it's very important to stay focused, because if you don't, what happened? Well, somebody calls you and say, you know what? Okay, thank you for the VP of sales. It was a great opportunity for you to, we worked well together for you to be able to help me with this particular search. Now I need something, another position. It's actually an IT of, it's a Java specialist. So now you have to go and learn what the hell a Java is, what the hell do they do, and that takes a minimum of like 10 interviews for you to be able to be a not specialist, but to learn a lot about this particular niche, right? So that's time that could have taken you 1 week that you don't have. Like you do have, but you know what? You're working hard versus smart, right? So one thing to do is to create a list of partnership. Okay. Or if you're part of a franchise, you could actually work with people, So you're a specialist and VP of sales, and you know that particular company are going to want a VP of IT, let's say customer service, and you have names of other recruiters that specialize in those fields. Okay. So when an opportunity comes in, what do? You say, what, thank you, client, for giving me this opportunity. As you know, I specialize in a particular niche, and that's what allows me to give you faster result and and because I'm a specialist in what I do. I do, however, have partners or associates that I could that will be helping you in this particular search. I will put them in touch with you, and I'll put them in touch with you, or I will organize, or I will oversee the entire process to make sure that the quality is there. But this is their specialty. That's what they specialize in. All right. So by being able to have somebody else that's a specialist in what your customer want, then now you have a power team. You have a power team of expert, right? And that's the key. And that's like very valuable. And this can be used in any company. In any company that you have, don't try and be a jack of all trade and masters of none. Okay? Be a master in what you do. Learn your craft, right? And if you're able to do so, you'll have a lot of rewards. And you could definitely have your financial freedom number much quicker. And again, you'll be working much smarter. All right. I know many people say, I need to have multiple streams of income. And I believe in that. And I also do. In order for you to have a multiple streams of income, you have to be an expert in one thing first. Once you have it down packed, once you have it systemized, then you could start another multiple streams of income. Okay. But you cannot do everything all at once. And again, you could do whatever you want. Of course, whatever your personality is, it will just take you 10 times longer. Right. It's always good to be good in one thing that you do and then start something else. Okay. Everything is energy. And you want to make sure that all your energy goes into one particular assignment, or you know what I mean? You have to be very, very focused. Right. And by understanding that everything is energy, just put all your eggs in one basket and take care of that basket. And then you move on to something else. Okay. If you do have more than one business right now, it's fine. However, it would be great for you to maybe schedule some time that during the week you're focusing on one specific business. And then on the weekend, if you have network marketing or whatever you have, you do it on the weekend. Okay. If you're working for somebody, you have nothing to lose, right? You could just do it wherever. But if you're building a business, it's very important to stay 1,000% focus. Focus. All right. And then later on, you'll be able to focus on whatever you want on the weekend and everything else. But during Monday to Friday, is to focus on your primary business that you have. All right, guys. Hope this was of value. And we'll tune in tomorrow at 12:10. And I look forward to seeing you. All right. So this is Ruth. So I want to remind you that if you're looking for more, if you're looking to start an online business, one of the things that I would suggest is the recruiting business. It's a great business. It's been around for God knows when. And we're actually providing support and services to help you start a recruiting and staffing business if you go into my link. So if you go into my link, there's a webinar that you could look into. It's called the Millionaire Recruiter. So look into the webinar. Sign up. You'll have to be able to go to an application to see if you qualify. And if you do qualify, you'll be able to join our Millionaire Recruiter. So we are looking for people to help them to grow their business from literally zero to over 7-figure easily within 3 years. But for sure, for more than 6-figure, 6-figure for sure within the first year. All right. So click on www.rootdnalinks.com and then check out the webinar. And if interested, we'll be able to help you towards the next level. All right, guys. So this is Ruth signing out, reminding you that success is in your DNA.